Star star FLOOR. Dial star star floor. The Greenway baseball season is just around. Churchill Stadium this 2017 season. Don't miss a pitch this season. Secure your season tickets now by calling 504-861-WADE for the full 2017 schedule. Text 870-870 or tweet @ScootWWL. Yeah, I mean, I go to church. I know what it says about spreading the word of God. You're supposed to shout it out loud. But in the world we live in, you don't think God would understand if you would get in trouble and lose your job, if you said something at work? I got a text here that says, yes, you should be able to answer that question in any setting. Another text says, no offense to your caller, if the kind of religion he wants to practice involves sexism, bigotry, racism, homophobia, and the like, that he is required to keep it to himself and out of the workplace. Another text says, he also says he is not the author of confusion, and that cat needs a chill pill. And he is capitalized here, so I think he's saying that he, meaning God, is not the author of confusion. Like, my only point was, if you work for a company today, and you're asked a question, and you know, sometimes people try to trap you. If that story's true, this guy's friend had a secretary at work ask him what he thought of same-sex marriage. He disagreed with it. She immediately went to the boss, and he suffered the consequences. He was, I think he was out of work for a few days, he said, and then had to go to some class to learn how to talk properly in the workplace. If somebody might try to entrap you, I mean, you have a choice. It's your choice. If because of your religious beliefs you feel like, I've got to say something, then say it. But I don't think there's anything wrong with keeping that to yourself. And as we talk about religious liberty means, yes, you have freedoms, but I think those freedoms should stop short of telling other people what they can and cannot do. And I don't mean in terms of things that are hurting other people, but also religious liberty should not include discrimination. All right, now let me get back to your calls. And from Montana, Elizabeth, you're on WWL.
Hello, how you doing?
I'm fine. How are things in Montana?
Oh my God, we left the beginning of January and we had about 3 feet of snow on my porch. And I'm from Chalmette, okay?
You're from Chalmette, living in Montana.
Yeah, we've been there now since 1995. And then, so we come in here and I'm actually just sweating.
What similarities do you find between Chalmette and Montana?
Okay, maybe a small town. I live very remote, not extremely. I mean, we're fully facilitated, but I'd say a small town, maybe. It's hard to say. It really is different.
It's a beautiful state.
Yes, it is. And I live about 35 miles west of West Yellowstone. So it's quite the adventure. It made me stronger and healthier, so I'm happy.
Good.
Yeah.
And you had a comment.
Yes, I did. It's sort of general. We all live by a belief system, and we make decisions on that. We are demonstrative of it, and we vote that way. That's a fact. So if people would just realize that, I think that, hey, we all have different opinions, but as far as becoming violent and acting really crazy, we need to be reserved so we can maybe respect our beliefs a little better.
I agree with you. Elizabeth, I appreciate the call, and you call us anytime. Glad you're tuning in from Montana. From Bogalusa, Artie, you're on WWL.
Hey, thanks for taking my call.
Sure.
You know, when you study religion, when you look at Isaac versus Ishmael, it all comes back to this. And the nations that weren't allowed to come into the country right now because of the vetting, these are heavy Muslim countries. And if you look at the Quran, they very strongly say you must kill the infidel. And that's the whole issue with radical Islam. Unlike the amendment that
I mean, you can find that part in the Quran, Artie, but there are a lot of Muslims out there who don't want to kill you. They have no interest in killing you.
I know, but here's the issue. is that you have a lot of people that took the Quran literally. And that's why...
How many? Not a lot compared to the Muslim population of the world.
No, but the thing about we're at war with ISIS, and ISIS is fueled by the beliefs of Ishmael and also
well, ISIS has taken aspects of the Quran and the religious faith of Islam to apply it to their need to start an end of the world kind of war. And look, if you look at the Old Testament, Artie, I mean, God could be pretty mean in the Old Testament. I mean, he did some mean stuff.
Here's the thing: if the Pope, there was a group of Catholics out there killing those people, the Pope would come forward and say, "This is wrong. You're interpreting wrong." Why don't the ISIS and the Muslim faith come forward and say, "You're interpreting what the Quran is wrong"?
And you've never heard anybody say that? It happens all the time.
I've heard a few people.
But it happens all the time. I mean, it should happen even more, but it happens a lot. And I hear people say, well, why don't they ever say anything? And many people are constantly denouncing that. It's just that we don't hear it. If we don't want to hear it.
The issue is that interpretation of the Quran.
Well, exactly. I mean, okay, so how did Catholic priests interpret the Bible and justify molesting children? I mean, there was absolutely ridiculous. The Catholic Church, under no circumstances, what I'm saying is that based on there are aspects of religions that unfortunately they use aspects of a religion to justify their negative actions. And
radical Islam.
Okay, radical Islam is not Muslims.
Well, where does Islam?
All right, Artie, tell me what you're. I mean, do you honestly believe that with all the Muslims we have in New Orleans and the cab drivers and those who own convenience stores, you think they want to kill you?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
It's a war. But the thing about it is that using freedom of religion to allow people to come and kill us. I mean, the rise of
Artie,
Islam.
Yeah, I've got to get to a CBS News update. I mean, you bring up a good point. I appreciate the call. I just don't. We'll continue this conversation.
CBS News update. That phone call between President Trump and Australian Prime Minister Malcolm Turnbull, there was an edge to it. Arizona Senator John McCain spoke today with the Australian ambassador.
This, in my view, was an unnecessary and frankly harmful open dispute.
McCain called Australia one of the U.S.'s most important allies. President Donald Trump speaking to that.
The previous administration does something, you have to respect that. But you can also say, why are we doing this? That's why we're in the jams that we're in.
Mr. Trump doesn't agree with the deal to have perhaps 1,000 refugees, many of them Muslim, to come to the U.S. after being rejected by Australia. That deal enacted by the Obama administration. The president spoke about Iran, which sent up a ballistic missile the other day. When asked about military action, he said nothing's off the table. House Speaker Paul Ryan.
I would be in favor of additional sanctions on Iran. I'd like to put as much toothpaste back in the tube as possible.
CBS News Update. I'm Dave Barrett.
From our Ladder and Bloom studios, leading the way in Louisiana real estate for 100 years. It's WWL First News.
At 2:32, I'm Don Ames on your official weather station, WWL-AMFM.com. The man who shot and killed former NFL player Joe McKnight in a December road rage incident has been indicted for second-degree murder. 54-year-old Ronald Gasser had originally been charged with manslaughter, but Jefferson Parish authorities